check out who's raising revolutionary black men today. And this is for you guys. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I want to get you guys' thoughts. So everybody sees it on the screen on Facebook and everything else. So let's talk about it, guys. What are your thoughts for who's raising the revolutionary black man these days? Oh yeah, P.S. Don't shoot the messenger. Who want to go first? Who wants to go first? Corey.
Who were some of those guys on that? I saw
It was
Cap.
Colin Kaepernick, Barack Obama, Drake, and J. Cole.
Well, would you say any of those four are revolutionary?
but no, but for me to play devil's advocate here, I can't.
I'll give a little bit to Colin Kaepernick, but like that's a strong word, revolutionary. That's a real strong word. The other three I can definitely say not. Uh, Obama, as far as in a symbolism way, in a symbolic way, it's revolutionary. So yeah, maybe Kaepernick and maybe Obama. But, yeah, it's revolutionary. Just goes even more, just further outside the box, man. Being able to make a change, make a shift to the whole, paradigm, man. The whole mindset of just people in general, man. That's revolutionary. So yeah, man, I can't. I mean, they're solid guys though, but yeah, there's nah. I don't know. I will say, man, a lot of that goes into the colorism issue, where a lot of those guys, that we can't knock them because a lot of guys, who are lighter at times, because of how people of darker skin have been portrayed, through media and everything, and how people they've been, just how they're accepted by people in general, especially further back, as the years go back, what I'm saying, it's they're the ones that are able to get that platform a lot of times, and so when they had that platform, they're like, well, hell, I'm gonna use it for something good. I'm gonna speak for, what I'm saying, black people, well, look like Kaepernick. There's just some other guys too, but I wouldn't necessarily say. I just don't hear enough from J. Cole. I hear through, as messages through his music, but as far as out there, keeping his voice. Kanye finds a way to keep his damn voice out there, all the time. So, I wonder where the rest of these guys are, in between album time. And it's not album time for J. Well, let me stop. Yeah. I'm speaking as if J. Cole had just said something recently, because I was about to say it's not album time for J. Cole, but no, yeah, you only hear from them, these guys like, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, you only hear from them around album time, you get whatever through the music, but, like I said, Kanye finds a way to let his voice be heard every damn week, you know what I'm saying? You go hear him, a lot of it's a bunch of bullshit, but you go hear it, you know what I'm saying? And some of it is some of it is some stuff that you can build on.
Okay, so you telling me that a white woman can't raise a strong black man?
Yeah. If I believe right, I don't know if I know Malcolm X, not half, but he's got some white in him. Malcolm X has some white in him. Louis Farrakhan, Star. Hey, Star got a lot of game though, but he had a black daddy, white mama. I mean, yeah, man. If you got the, I wouldn't say it's necessarily something that's what I'm trying to think about it as I'm speaking on it. I just don't really think it's necessarily something that Mm.
Okay, so right now what I'm getting is they can raise strong black men, but the revolutionary is the key word that I'm
Yeah,
thinking about right now.
yeah.
I can't, but I'm not
I
sure
just
if it
don't.
is. So I'm 50-50. And I'm playing devil's advocate here, so don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of times the guys, the lighter guys, they get the, especially in the media, mainstream media, they get the platform to do a lot of those things. Barack Obama wouldn't have been a president if he, looked like me. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep that.
You
He
right.
would have been a damn.
You right.
He. That's so no, they get on and they get on and spread the message. I ain't gonna hate them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Good who we can up in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just the reality. That's just the reality. Is the darker skinned people tend not to get that type of platform, man. They. But I don't know. It's kind of tough because you seeing LeBron out there. I think LeBron's a little bit more revolutionary than Kaepernick is. I believe so. It may be saying that, and I'm saying they're about the same. Yeah, there's give and take areas. So nah, man, I just don't really see the issue. I think there's just somebody on Facebook or something, sparking,
Okay.
finding something to spark a conversation out of, man. I just don't see it really.
All right. So I'll let Lauren go because I know he has a lot. Just look at the face. Look at that face. He has a lot he wants to get off his chest right now. So let's go, Lauren. You're up next.
I was bothered when I saw that. I was bothered when I saw that for a lot of reasons. Number one, that's the power of words. That is the power of words because the power of words will get people talking. Because I looked at that list and I said, Colin Kaepernick, symbol. I don't even know if I would say revolutionary symbol. I would just say symbol. Drake, next.
Right.
Next. Barack Obama, symbol. Uh, Symbol's the right word. Revolutionary, we don't have one. Like, we don't have one.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the biggest piece for me. I'm like, it depends on, I guess, your definition because I look at, your LeBron James. I look at people like Kendrick Lamar, people that are doing things behind the scenes that you kind of really don't know anything about until it comes out in the public. Like, nobody really knew LeBron James was this engaged in trying to set up a school. Kendrick Lamar is setting up all kinds of stuff in Compton in the California area in the arts programs and things like that. So, I mean, it just kind of really depends on, how you're defining revolutionary. Now, if you ask the question, can a white woman raise a black revolutionary type of male? Yeah, I say yes because normally that's already embedded in somebody's personality. It's just the parent has to bring that out. But it's typically embedded in somebody's personality. If you ask somebody about Martin Luther King, they probably said they saw things in him when he was 6, 7 years old that he was already going to go to that point. It's just a matter of putting him in a position to get there. Even when you talk about, cats like Malcolm X, Malcolm X had a mouthpiece before when he was Detroit Red. So you knew he had the capabilities. It was just a position in order to get him to that point. So, I mean, yeah, in theory, yeah, he can, as long as it's in him. It has to be in him. Otherwise, it ain't never gonna happen. And I mean, we play this fifth attack game all the time. black and white. You know what I'm saying? High yellow. You know what I'm saying? African purple. We play this game all the time. We are all a mix of different races. We are all a mix up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you go back to the slave days and the slave masters were, doing what they was doing to the black women. So there's always been a mix in a culture. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I feel like people are so dramatic that they just want something to talk about. So then they don't bring up something super random. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was such a random statement. And I was like, I would never look at Drake as a revolutionary. Ever. Ever. At least not, like, I don't see it. I don't see it right now. I feel like Drake has spent his career in the last 8 to 10 capitalizing off of its fame. I don't think he's using it for anything but himself. So that's surely not the definition of a revolutionist. Think about Christus Attucks. Revolutionists give back to the people that they fight for. They accept less of themselves to give more to others. So Drake surely wouldn't fit that bill. J. Cole is a great artist that is a great storyteller. But a revolutionist? Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not one bit. Barack Obama, he has the ability to. He's been given one of the highest platforms you can sit on. So now that he's not the president, what he does, he has the potential to be. If any of those four, he has the most potential to be, is what I'll say. Colin Kaepernick was a symbol. Colin Kaepernick was a symbol, and I love his grit. I love his determination. I love everything about what he's fighting for. But to call him a revolutionist, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just have to stick with you are a symbol to a fight. Like that's all I can give you. Because I mean, if you think about it, we never talked about Colin Kaepernick anything else except for a football player until he chose to kneel. This was never present at all. Again, a revolutionist, you can see at a very young age. He's doing certain things that other motherfuckers don't do. You know what I'm saying? At a young age. And I ain't saying that I don't know any of them, so I'm not saying that they weren't. But at this stage, you would have seen something prior to an incident that drew something else out. You know what I'm saying? Think about it again. We can go back to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Like, before the civil rights movement, he was already making moves in the church. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, uplift the people, you know what I'm saying, and spread a message of empowerment and things of that nature before he got famous. You know what I'm saying? He just happened to be the person that was chosen to lead. There were other probably qualified people, but when you encompass everything you want from a person to do something as big as lead a revolution, you kind of had to look at him, because not only did he have the intelligence, but he had democracy, he had the charisma, you know what I'm saying, different things like that. And so now, I mean, did Keisha post this? Was it Keisha from the block that posted this little thing? You know what I'm saying? It was some angry chocolate person that posted something like this.
I think it was a dude.
Know what I'm saying?
I think it was a dude.
But it was a dude.
I think it was.
And that's, to me, that's jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you. Be the best you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not a revolutionist, but maybe you can do something for your people. You know what I'm saying?
Revolution is something that transcends color.
Yeah. So, sorry, Reg, but yeah, you missed it. You swung and missed on this one, Reg.
Yeah.
This as the beige person, as the beige person. I honestly try to play devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? I really can't, because, hey, like y'all said, he's born with it. You know what I'm saying? You're born with it or you're not born with it. Everybody's not meant to hold the big gavel. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to be worker ants. And a lot of y'all
has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with what color your mama is or something. That's why it's so hard, man. I'm scrambling. I'm trying to figure out something to just a way to, make sense of it. But it's just, in the end, it's just a dumbass question. That's just a dumbass question, man. Revolution is something that, like I said, transcends color. For all you Negroes and you militant Negroes, whatever the fuck y'all call yourselves, pro-black, go out there and start talking about, he's talking about I don't see color, speaking that rhetoric. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. There's definitely, color issue that goes on out here. There's definitely, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely different things that happen because of race, but revolution is just something that it just transcends race. It affects everybody. It'll affect your people and it'll affect, you know what I'm saying, everybody else too. You know what I'm saying? It transcends. Anybody could be a revolution. It's just something It's just something you're born with, man. That has nothing to do with what color your mama. Can a white mama breed a revolutionist? Like, what do y'all come up with this shit? I guess, Facebook has the tell us what's on your mind. That's what it says. So that's what a lot of people do. You just throw him in the heap with everybody else that just regurgitates, or not regurgitates, but ejaculates the first stop that's on their fucking mind, man. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just like a damn quick nut, you know what I'm saying? And then you get back, like a nut is, you know what I'm saying? You feel it, then as soon as you bust it, man, you back to fucking reality, man. So, hey. Nah, man, fuck that. Fuck out of here. Dumbass question.
Sorry for the porn section. Now, what I was going to say, I was thinking about this time as Corey was making this statement. And the question more is posed along the lines of a white woman raised a black revolutionist is really kind of the posing of the question. What I will say is that it takes a fearless woman, or a woman that is not afraid of what others think. Because there is something about certain parents that it's hard to see your kid go beyond what you were and to be okay with that. And a lot of people won't admit that, but it's true. When you see your kid transcend you or do something that maybe you don't agree with or anything of that particular thing, it takes a strong person to say, hey, this ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? This is about them. And so there is something to say about, a white woman that's comfortable in we'll say a predominantly black setting, and can still be Becky and don't turn into Keith. You know what I'm saying? And she's Becky through and through. But she still is trying to impart an impartial opinion, because as parents, what is our job? Is to raise our children, teach them, and things of that nature. Well, sometimes you can give the wrong answer to a kid because you're partial to the way you think, and you're not open to a different answer, a different thought process. And so therefore, I could see the challenges. I could definitely see the challenges. But yeah, I mean, it's still a dumb question per se. But I could see maybe the reason for the question in some ways, definitely. So yeah, I mean, still a dumb question. The answer is absolutely. But it does take a special type of parent to understand that I just need to move the fuck out the way and let this kid do what they do. And I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, I don't fuck what color you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a white parent with a mixed kid. I don't care if you're a Asian parent with an Asian kid. Like, it's a challenge, and it takes a special parent just as much as it takes a special kid.
And that is words from Lauren right there, sir. All right, so before we move on to this next thing, I want to say Suge Knight is sentenced to